This is CBS News Miami.
Now at 6, we begin with breaking news. The Department of Homeland Security today abruptly ended a parole program that impacted more than 500,000 migrants, including Cubans, Haitians, Nicaraguans, and Venezuelans. The Biden-era program allowed migrants to temporarily stay and work in the United States, but now they're being told they should self-deport immediately. Good evening, I'm Elliot Rodriguez.
And I'm Lauren Pastrana. Thank you for joining us. Let's get right over to CBS News Miami's Yvonne Taylor. He joins us live from Southwest Miami-Dade with reaction to the abrupt termination. Yvonne?
And Elliot and Lauren, there's no doubt that this is actually going to trigger confusion among many people. It is important to know that there is litigation going on at a federal court in Boston, litigation to save the program from those who support it and the advocates. Now, today's decision, what it means is that DHS or the Trump administration is not waiting for a ruling on that federal court, but instead what they're doing is speeding up the process to tell people your humanitarian parole is over and you need to leave now.
As of today, DHS is making it clear that they are sending notices.
Immigration attorney Patricia Elise is referring to the notice Department of Homeland Security is sending via email starting Thursday, which says, quote, "This notice informs you that your permission to remain in the U.S. has been revoked. If you do not leave, you may be subject to immigration enforcement measures."
As soon as a person receives that notice in their email, in their portal, then their actual parole status would have been deemed to be terminated.
Today's move follows a May 30th ruling by the U.S. Supreme Court that upheld the program's cancellation by the Trump administration.
They are moving forward because the Supreme Court said they don't have to wait for the entire case to be litigated. They're able to move forward now.
Immigration attorney Elise tells me the program is not over in spite of the ruling by the federal court and the decision by DHS.
It's not that the Supreme Court said, we agree with you, right, that they agree with the Trump administration, that the parole program is illegal. That's not the case, that people can be deported while the case is pending in federal court. So there's still a case in federal court right now in Boston trying to figure all this out.
The parole program created in 2023 by the Biden administration sought a legal path to entry for those facing crisis in their homeland. These were people who were coming from Cuba, Nicaragua, Haiti, and Venezuela, and they would be allowed to work and live in the U.S. for a period of 2 years. So let's take you immediately to a statement that was sent by the U.S. Department of Homeland Security, which reads, quote, "The Biden administration lied to America. They allow more than 500,000 poorly vetted aliens from Cuba, Haiti, Nicaragua, and Venezuela, and their immediate family members to enter the United States through these disastrous parole programs. Ending the CHNV parole program, as it is known, as well as the parolees of those who exploited it, will be a necessary return to common sense policies, a return to public safety, and a return to America first." And that is signed by the Department of U.S. Homeland Security. Now, the lawyer that we interviewed said that those who actually apply for other type of protection, which is TPS or political asylum, they should be protected. However, they should also immediately contact their immigration attorneys. We're definitely following the story. For us, right now, this is all we have live for you from Southwest Miami-Dade. Yvonne Taylor, CBS News, Miami.